this, man. This is my shit, man. I like when he did, I sacrifice. I sacrifice. For the Patreon people, they can watch the full version. But I gotta say, man, I appreciate what the videos were. I definitely love that Gasoline video. As much as I don't like the song that much, I love the video because it kind of, for me, I'm gonna always say it's about interpretation, whether who's wrong or right or whatever. It's again, it's all about perspective in terms of how you receive the video. There's never like a right answer because that's the beauty of the art. You know, it's art, and you can kind of look at it and there's different meanings depending on how you took it. And when you ever notice when you talk to an artist, you're like, oh, what do you see in this picture? And when the artist kind of hears what you have to say, you're just like, wow, I never looked at it in that way. That's pretty tight that you know, you're having these thoughts and these, you know, these visions and this perspective just from my art alone. So from what I was seeing was being somebody who is getting older and about the same age as the Weeknd. And as you guys can see, the Weeknd is kind of not going in a downward spiral, but same thing goes for Drake too, man. You know, the partying does get old after a while. The partying does get old, and it kind of just shows you, man. I always tell you, man, social media is one of those things where I'm gonna talk in my video, but y'all, I always tell you, man, I feel bad for y'all era, man. The 19 shit. I'm even going back to y'all high school, like high school all the way to young college, even to the people that are 23, 24. You know, or I wouldn't say 23 is probably like the cutoff, I would say, but you know, you guys are in the era of social media. You guys weren't even in the era of before the internet to know how to act before the internet. People literally live their lives from the internet on. And I got to tell you, realize, man, look, you think you look good. You look good now. You got all these dudes chasing you. You got all these women chasing you. It goes vice versa. I'm not just going to keep it one way. As you get older, man, that shit dwindles down. People are getting married. People are having kids. No one's going to the club anymore, or else you look like that one Cardi dude that was that 35, like, I'm rubbing the bank. I'm rubbing the bank. You know, like, people don't really understand that. So it's cool to have the juice and all. That's why I always tell you, man, if you should never curve everybody, man. Like, be nice. That's all I always say. Meet somebody. Even if a fat girl come up to you, man, and she's having a conversation with you, you never know. That could be the next Oprah. The fact that you were being kind to somebody and just holding a conversation like a decent human being can go a long way. You know, maybe she might remember that, and she'll you know, or he might remember that, and then, you know, now you got a free car from Oprah or something. I'm just saying, like, an example like that. I'm not saying that has to happen, but it's like, it's basically always saying, always being professional. It's kind of what my message is. So as you see right there, the Weeknd drunk, old, running into a stop sign. Basically, life is, you know, has flown by him, and if he would have made better decisions while he was younger, kind of now current Weeknd, it goes to show you, instead of being in those clubs with all the demons, all the sex, all the drugs, and it's kind of just like, damn. So I always say, man, it's fun. It's definitely great to have fun when you're young. And most people do slow down. Most people do slow down. It does happen, but you're supposed to have fun while you're single. You're supposed to have fun while you find yourself, but you can't find yourself forever. So whenever I look at it like that, man, it's kind of just like, take a step back, man. If a person asks you to get coffee, then don't think of him as a killer or somebody that's not your type, because you can't be like, it's kind of like Kevin Samuels be saying, bro. Motherfuckers be 39 with 2 kids talking about some, nah, that's not my type. I'm looking for a specific person. When in reality, you got 2 kids and you're 39 years old. What choices are you really making out here? Like, what are you specifically trying to find, and why are you being so picky? That's how you're going to end up like the Weeknd in this Gasoline video. I don't have any kids. You can't find yourself forever. Yeah. So I definitely want to make a video about this. Actually, I might just put this up there. So the Gasoline, the way I looked at it, man, it just kind of shows you, man, how the Weeknd has kind of been battling that all his life. You know, obviously he had Selena, and obviously he had the Hadid girl, and it didn't work out for him. And I always say this goes for the same thing with Drake. I've said this to y'all many times, man. It like when it, you know, as much as they say they want to be lonely or they want to be a bachelor, how long can Future keep that shit up? I've asked you guys that question many times. Like, how long do you think Future can keep that bachelor thing up? Like, you guys always talk about, you know, make fun of people about their age. You know, I noticed the younger generation kind of does it on Twitter, like, oh, 33, you know, you a grown ass man. What is Future then? Like, no one ever gets on Future about that. Like, you notice our generation never, like, not saying our generation, but like, no one on Twitter ever gets on Future about it. Y'all know Future is 40, right? I'm pretty sure Future is pushing 40. Future age. Future's 38. He's a Scorpio too. Holy shit. No, he's a Sagittarius. Future's 38. So like, no one ever gives Future shit though, ever. Yeah, people are literally yes men when it comes to Future. Again, Future's doing the damn thing though. But there's definitely times where he's probably sad. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's definitely sad. Seeing Sierra being happy, he's fucking sad, bro. I'm telling you that right now. That nigga is sad. You could be alcoholic when you get on. I'm not talking about more. I'm more so talking about like the bachelor life, bro. That's what I'm saying. The bachelor life. You're gonna run out of time sooner or later, bro. At the end of the day, you're not always gonna be. Well, Future has a lot of time because he's Future, but I'm talking about for the regular niggas out there, like including myself. Tori is like 31, I believe. Tori is 29. So, yeah, man, it comes down to that, man, where you kind of think about it, man. Like, the WEEKND is realizing that himself, and he's kind of trying to change that for himself, but at the same time, it's really hard. Again, this social media era is weird, man, where you have, women being glorified for their sexual appearance, the physical traits. Everything is fake nowadays. The internet is a very toxic place. It's a very toxic thing. A lot of people are consumed by it, essentially. And it's my job, but y'all know me, man. I try to stay off of social media as much as possible. Even though I do be on Twitter, I love Twitter. But I try to stay off of Instagram as much as possible. The fakeness about that. I try to stay off of even my YouTube comments as much as possible. I kind of just do my job and I just keep it moving. But yeah, man, I feel bad for y'all. I feel bad for the younger kids who, like I remember I was talking. I was talking to a girl. She was 23. At the time, I was 29. Actually, she was 22. I was 29, and it was just crazy because she was putting me on this. Like glorified pedestal because I had followers on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, and I felt like if I wasn't a YouTuber and I didn't have that persona or whatever, if I didn't have those followers, because apparently those followers, magnified me. It does, definitely. There's definitely a famous card, even though I don't understand that because I'm not famous. Please, if I'm famous, please let me know. And so when you get that, it's kind of just like, oh, they give the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of shit like that. So I just find it weird, like, that people walk around with that instead of kind of just being like, hey, what's up? Would you like to grab a coffee, or would you like to grab a drink, or would you like to, get lunch or something, or hey, here's my number, or here's my Instagram or something, and talk. But nowadays, everybody's kind of like that. I think everybody what's happening too. It's not bad to be choosy or picky, but I think everybody's trying to be picky because they see this perfect picture on the internet. And what they're not really realizing about that perfect picture is you got to look on the other side. There's two sides of that picture. There's a man and there's a woman. And when you're looking at that woman, you got to realize sometimes, I'm not saying that, I'm going to be like this. Does that woman look like you? I'm not trying to Kevin Samuels all right now. But does that woman look like you? Does that male look like you? Like understand, do I look like Trey Songz? Do I look like a Drake? Shit, do I look like goddamn who was another motherfucker that everybody loves? I can't even think about another do I look like Kelly Oubre? No. So if you don't look like that, what makes you think my ass is gonna get Rihanna? The difference between men, I usually, for the most part, in men and females, is males come to terms, so they understand. They'll get something that's lower by definition, or by society definition. But where women is, no, there's no. It goes the whole thing what Kevin Samuels is always speaking about the high value niggas and all that shit. Like, you got 2 kids, you 40 years, you're 39 years old with 2 kids, and you still want Trey Songz. Or you want a nigga that makes $200,000? Why? But still want to have these rules. Why? What makes you think you can be, after all, because in life, it's all about decisions. You go left and you go right. I know I'm getting really away from the video. You go left and you go right. Again, you live with your decisions. If you want to be 300 pounds, 250 pounds as a woman and 5'3", by all means, it's your choice. But don't expect every man in America to be on your ass or be like, oh, I love you at 5'3", 299 pounds playing middle linebacker. That's literally what this nigga be saying. I got to understand as a man, if I'm fat, Dev is fat. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my black ass to the gym. If there's something that I want, like, let's put it this way. If there's a specific woman type that I want, a green-eyed Turkish girl who has big boobs and a big, big ass, and then that means that I got to level up, either be good, like shit, like, if you want your chances of getting that to go up, you got to better yourself as a man, as a woman. If that's if that's the field you want to play in, you got to have expectations, bro. So I got to be fit. I got to get my money up. And then you go from that point on. Same thing that goes for women. Everybody want to say that, no, you want to be 3. Look, if you made a decision to have 2 kids from another man and it didn't work out, and then you're 40 years old and you're out of shape, what makes you think you have the leverage? That's what it's called, leverage, to be picky. I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't get. I don't think why. I don't understand why people are so surprised. I think it's the sensitive era that we're in. I don't understand why people are so surprised. This all goes back to the Weeknd video, by the way, because it understands the Weeknd is going to get older sooner or later. He's not going to be Abel that you guys all love. Like, oh my God, Abel, yeah. Abel understands that people only want him for his money. There's a reason why rich people only date rich people, because at the end of the day, y'all not looking for Abel. For the most part, it's kind of like with Brent Faiyaz. A lot of people, I've heard a lot of women say this that I've known. They say Brent Faiyaz isn't cute. Like, they don't think Brent is cute at all. But, the fact that he's famous and, he carries himself how he carries himself, it gives him a little bit of plus lead. It gives him some leverage. But sooner or later, you're going to get old, and that shit gets old. And that's why I kind of always say, man, it just sucks. I feel bad for people like Drake. I truly feel bad for Drake. Because Jade, Malaya, Katia, all the bitches he's been talking about for years to come, like, he's never going to find somebody that just wants Drake for Aubrey Graham. They always going to want Drake for Drake. It's crazy. Devin Samuels. Devin Samuels. Oh man, but that's how I kind of look at it, man. I love the video, man. I love the visualness, man. Everything is crazy, man. I think a lot of people need to get out their own egos, man. This is another thing too I don't really realize, man, with the average person and regular ass people, that you got to realize, man. Remember, man, when you're getting 200 likes on Instagram or 500 likes on Instagram, and just because you're getting more likes than people around you in your circle, around your borough, around your town, regardless, remember, man, there's always a Cristiano Ronaldo and there's always an Ariana Grande out there that's getting literally 3 million likes on a picture. If you want to ever humble yourself as an influencer, or humble yourself as a average regular person on the internet, a female, also goes for males, let's go vice versa, and that you think that you're hot shit and you're walking around because, oh, I get all this love and these DMs are full, or man, my DMs be going crazy, they be fucking all these bitches. Remember, Cristiano Ronaldo will fuck your bitch at any given moment. At a snap of a finger, he will fly her out to Euro, he will buy her a Birkin, and he will fuck your girl and send her back to you. Dead ass. Remember that. Same thing with Ariana Grande, Rihanna, whoever you want to fill in the fucking blank. So remember that when you think that you hot shit, there's always a bigger fish in the sea. There's always a bigger fish. There's a bigger fish than Bezos. There's a bigger fish than Elon. We just ain't met that nigga yet. He lives in motherfucking Abu Dhabi in Saudi Arabia. And I always say that, man. So if you ever want to humble yourself, I always kind of say, look at it like that and come back to reality, because a lot of people need to disconnect. You know what I'm saying? What's that motherfucker? Gays are gay. Fucking listen to soul. You know, you gotta get in tune with yourself, man, and realize, man, you gotta disconnect from what's reality. What's the true reality? The internet is not real life. Niggas is really in the Matrix. When people say that, they think it was be joking. Like, no, niggas is really in the Matrix, living in a simulation, not really realizing, like, you're on the internet thinking that your internet life is real, that your 10,000 to 15,000 not subscribers, but 10 to 15,000 followers really matter. And that the 5,000 or not 5,000, 2,000 to 3,000 likes, now I'm putting myself in there, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes you get, or even 100, 200, 300, 400 likes that you get matters. Because in reality, it don't matter. It just doesn't matter. So go out there, man. Be open, man. Meet people, man. Look, I always say this, man. As a human being, you cannot be alone. You can be lonely, but you can't be alone. You literally drive yourself crazy. We're not, as a human being, we're not meant to be like that. Period. Now, when I say you can't be alone, you can't be lonely. You could be lonely, but you can't be alone. It's two different meanings. You could be lonely, but you could still be connecting with people. But you're not really connecting with people. You're lonely. But you're with somebody. You're just lonely. Now, being alone means completely isolated, solitary, confinement, by yourself. People can't do that. There's a reason why solitary confinement literally kills you. Kills your mental. You gotta talk to people, man. But when you're lonely, man, that's also like The WEEKND. The WEEKND probably can talk. The WEEKND can literally have a girl at his room right now, give him a conversation, and she would literally be, yeah. But he's lonely. That's called being lonely, because he's not connecting with her. There's no connection there. There's physical presence. There's just no connection. That's called lonely. Not alone physically. You're alone. You're lonely. But yeah, man. That's kind of how I look at it, man. Like this video was definitely amazing. Definitely made the song a little bit better. It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of I'm not woke, man. I just you know, one thing you can't teach in life is experience. One thing you can't teach in life is experience, man, and that's something you just got to go through. You know, sometimes people got to feel that how hot that stove is to really get burnt. You know, and then to realize some people need to feel how hot the stove is to know never not to get burnt ever again. Some people are smarter than that. They can kind of see it. Some people are not. Sometimes they got to feel that. They got to go through it. So, yeah, man, it's kind of just crazy, man. I just want to kind of get that out there, man. I know I was kind of going on rambling, man. I probably might just ended up putting this on there as the review for Gasoline and, you know, Sacrifice. I just think that it's just dope, man. I think The WEEKND really kind of realizes where he's at in life. He realizes what's going down. I think he's really truly with us. So I don't think the WEEKND definitely, especially them sad niggas, you know, anybody that's listening to sad music, anybody that's listening to shit like that, they don't want to be alone, man. They want to definitely find somebody they want to truly love. But when your heart's been kind of iced for so long, you know, it shit is dead. It becomes dead at some point. You kind of become immune. I want to kind of understand what the flowers on the wall was as well, man. The flowers on the wall, I feel like I don't know where that came from. I guess that's kind of bringing life. And then as soon as I can kind of see this is the way I take it. You know, they're fucking on the wall. The flowers are blooming because they're giving life. They're fucking each other. It's life, creating life. You know, man and women. That's how you create life. And then the flowers bloom, but then as soon as it's over, then the flowers die. I guess you can kind of see it like that. As soon as the relationship is over, that's kind of how life goes. Bro, I'm 32, man. I felt everything you just said comes with lessons and wisdom, man. I'm glad y'all can support it, man. I was rambling, man. The one thing I do, man, I don't really get my points off across sometimes. My words is usually all over the place, but I really truly do mean what I truly do mean. If it doesn't, you know, if it gets out there, but explain the beard though. I don't know. The WEEKND's on his grown man shit. You know, the WEEKND probably wanted to grow a beard finally, and that's what you do when you get older. I think the one thing too is as you get older, having a beard just kind of just represents how old you are. I think when people shave their beard, you know, you want to just stay young. That's what I think shaving a beard is. You want to preserve your youth. You know, everybody gets older, they want to look young. I mean, Botox, whether it's shaving your beard, less hair, baby face. Yeah, I that's how I look at it, man. Some people can't grow a beard, so it kind of looks funny. I get that. But for the people that can grow a beard and they just want to look young, You know, you're trying to. It's kind of you playing a role right now, nigga. You 40, own that shit. You feel me? The same flowers appeared in Heartless View. In the Heartless vid, they were red and distorting, while the ones in this vid was nurturing. Yeah, I said that they were fucking on the wall. So when they were fucking on the wall, it gave it life. And you know, when you a man and a woman are fucking, you are essentially creating life. Essentially, right? So it could also show, man. Did you see all the demons in the club? They always say it, man. Like everybody that's in the club, everybody that's moving like that, especially when you get older. As you get older, I hate going to the club. I like going to a bar, a little chill bar. I like talking to people. I like hearing people's testimony. I like hearing people's experience, people's jobs, people's lives. I like to kind of see what a lot of people are going through to kind of connect it to my own life, you know. I hate snotty people as you get older. I hate attitudes. You know, I hate. It's kind of just like that, but you see all the demons that kind of come. You know, in the bars and the clubs, man, you see the people with those mindsets that are still, you know, wearing short dresses, twerking. I always feel like, you know, Instagram is a big sexual cesspit. You know, everybody is, you know, trying to attract people for the wrong reasons. Everybody's a swimsuit model on Instagram. Everybody's flashing money, flashing cars, flashing shit. Like, it's a crazy time now. I feel like for people that grow up, I can't imagine being in high school and being in college and having, you know, two personas. You know, not just your physical persona, you know, that you had to worry about. Now you had to worry about your internet persona also, keeping up with two lives essentially. You know, I feel like, you know, it's kind of just crazy. Hey, yo, Dev, you mentioned before you got ADHD. Were you diagnosed for real? Yeah. Dr. Neil Theory, bro. Northside Mental Health Center. Yeah, a whole lot of micro influencers. Yeah, everybody thinks they influencer until they an influencer, man. Shit, like, y'all can have the influencer, man. Just give me the check, nigga. Shit, if I could do it just with y'all and make $30,000 a month, I would do it with y'all every fucking day. All homo. Just like that. Just like that. But unfortunately, you need more people. That's just how it works, man. I always say, man, but yeah, I just look at it like that, man. I do have anxiety, yeah. Not as bad as I was before though, but definitely was bad when I first started. Are you still gonna do a video on the Weeknd's album? I did. I did. But yeah, man, I just think that this is amazing. This is amazing. I still like the After Hours, man, but I'm liking where this direction is going. I love this short film where it's going right now. I fuck with the look. I fuck with the glasses. I fuck with the beard. I fuck with just the whole aesthetic. I'm a little bit creepy. I didn't like how he beat him up too. I didn't like how he beat him up at the end. That was a little gory for me. That was crazy. But again, it goes to show you, like, you know, you're younger. Wow. Actually, when you look at it right now, like, now I'm thinking about it, his younger self is beating up basically his older self. Like, and that's essentially what you do every single day. Every single day that you're doing drugs, every single day that you're doing partying, I mean, we all do what we do, whatever. You know, the decisions you make every day affects your future every single day. And I feel like you just gotta realize, man, sometimes, like, you know, people don't think about the future. Everybody lives in the present. So basically, the Weeknd is showing that he's beating the fuck out of his future. His present self is beating the fuck out of his future. Yeah. So I interpret it as him beating the old him. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. Like right now, if I'm taking drugs right now, I'm literally cutting years off my life, which is basically killing my older self, beating up my older self. And his older self is trying to save himself. Yeah, the older self already happened, obviously. So the older self is trying to go back in the past to kind of, hey, look, bro, this is what's gonna happen. So please don't do this. Let's get the future right, you know. And that Henny hurting you, Dev. I don't really drink Henny as much. I still drink my Henny though, but I don't drink as much as y'all be thinking I be drinking, bro. I definitely drink more water as much as anything. But when I do go out to drink and I go out to have a good time, I'm going to the Dominican Republic the last week of from the 21st to the 28th. I'm going to the Dominican Republic. So and I'm staying at a resort, my friend's wedding. So that means that Kendrick Lamar is gonna drop next Friday. But good morning to you from Germany, man. I just think that, man, like, yeah, man. The Weeknd is always gonna, you know, it's a great music he's going to drop. This is definitely one for the one. He's always, I feel like he's getting better and better as his music goes too. I like how, but the Michael Jackson though, I was like, that was kind of funny on the Sacrifice video. I love Sacrifice. Sacrifice is my top 3 favorite track on there. And I didn't stop doing slow Sundays. I just forgot. Yeah, man. Damn. The Weeknd really got me in my thoughts. He really did. He really did have me in my thoughts, man. Comment in the box. Comment in the comment box below, man. How you feel? How you think you feel? I want to know y'all. For you guys that are really younger, you know, my 15-year-olds all the way to my 22, 23. I think that's my demographic. Last time I checked on YouTube, 15 to 23. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know how y'all feel about, you know, everything I kind of spoke on. Social media being a double life. You know, women and men kind of carrying that, you know, that number. You ever seen the Black Mirror episode when, remember Isaiah Rashad? Remember Isaiah Rashad video, Sun's Tirade, when they were in Santa Monica Park or the pier, and they had the bank account on top of their heads. It's kind of what I feel like people are walking around now with their followers on their head, thinking that, you know, people are supposed to fuck with you, or you got this, you know, certain kind of nasty aura about you, or this cockiness about you because you have a certain amount of followers on the internet. Niggas living in the Matrix, man. Till next time, though, it's your boy Dev. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all that good stuff. If you want to watch the full videos that I did to Sacrifice and Gasoline, they will both be on Patreon. This was my little re-review, man. Review. If you didn't like it, man, go ahead, hit the X button, get the fuck up out of here, man. It's a little late for that, but, you know, if you didn't like it, you can get up out of here. That was just kind of me rambling, man. I'm sorry if you guys didn't like that. That was just kind of speaking my shit, man. I was going into my thoughts, you know. But it's kind of how I feel about it, man. Great videos, both Sacrifice and the Gasoline video. I didn't really talk about Sacrifice that much, but y'all know how I feel. We watched it. We watched it. I love the song more than anything, man. I love the visuals. That's kind of what my key was, the visuals. So stick around for the stream if you want to stick around. But until next time, your boy Dev. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share all that good stuff. And yeah, man, we are out. Peace.
Special girl, very special girl. I know special girl.